What are some decent paying jobs you can get if you were a C student in high school? Nobody doing the hiring is going to give a shit about your high school grades. Your grades in high school only matter if you're trying to get into college. Employers don't care as long as you graduate. Believe it or not, air traffic controller. My uncle makes $155,000 a year full federal benefits, and he was a high school dropout who obtained a GED. The job is really about a set of natural skills that only about 40% of the population has. It may be you. An apprenticeship for any of the trades that pay well. Electrician, HVAC, plumber, etc. The US is in the middle of the largest shortage of skilled labor in its history. You will have plenty of opportunities. I don't think anyone asks about HS grades, could be wrong. It's way more important that you have a clean criminal record than be an honor student in high school. I can't figure out why more people don't get this. Agreed. Your grades only really matter for college entrance, scholarship eligibility, internships in college. Real world doesn't give two shits about your grades. Just your work ethic and experience. Programmer, I see that you have shown that you have proficiency in the C language. Edit. While I meant my comment as an innocent joke, many serious comments have inspired me to be better and think better of myself, and I can't thank you folks enough. Unfortunately, C is seen as too low these days. Everyone wants C++. C++ takes too long to write. Everyone wants C#. Edit. If Therese one thing Reddit loves, it's arguing over programming languages, lol. Only musicians and optometrists want C#. Optometrists want to get paid, they don't want you to C#. Go into the trades. Electrician, plumber, etc. They make bank once they get to journeyman, which takes about 4 to 5 years. Edit. Yes, it can be very hard work and hard on your body. Probably want to plan for something else beyond your mid-40s. Even apprentices make well above $10 HR here in the Midwest, and raises come quick for competent trainees. It's a good living. Hard work when the work needs to get done, but there's a lot of the regular old daily grind as well. I'd honestly recommend that even the students look at this for a career path for consideration. If you're the type of person that likes to work with your hands and see the results of your work, then the trades are going to offer a very rewarding life. Agreed. It's been almost 4 years and I'll be taking my electrician journeyman's test in a few months. Choosing this career path is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And the fact that I'm no longer struggling financially still baffles me. Never thought I'd get out of paycheck to paycheck living. And yes, the raises come fast, frequent, and are substantial every time, like $3 or $4 per hour at a time. Good luck on that test, my friend. And thanks for working to keep things connected and running. Thank you. If you were decent with numbers and practical math, look into machining. I was a D student and am currently making $20 an hour in a state where the minimum wage is like $8. I'm sorry if I sound uncultured, but what's matching? Lol, y'all will never know. Thank you. A lot of factories are looking for machinists, and it's a fairly decent job to have, depending on work environment. The company I work for treats our machinists like kings and queens. What do you call a doctor that gets C's in medical school? A doctor. What do you call the person who graduated last in medical school? Doctor. What do you call the person who dropped out of medical school? A dentist. Edit. So many angry dentists. So to clarify, the person who told me this was a dentist. It's a joke. I know you're real doctors. This guy's a rabid anti-dentite. Next thing you know, you'll say they should have their own schools. Employers typically want something more tangible than grades. You're more likely to get asked about the projects and groups you've been involved in and the skill that came from those opportunities than being asked for your transcripts. They want to know you got your diploma or GED and then why you have skills for the job you're applying for. Also, side tip, if you're looking at a job that says, college degree preferred or something to that effect, apply anyways. There's no promise that an applicant with a college degree will apply, and the company may need to fill the position quickly, giving you a higher chance of getting hired. Trade school can open up high-paying careers such as welding and HVAC. Federal government. There are thousands of job postings, many of which don't require a degree and are open to the public and recent grads. They do, however, require high grades on state exams passed out every few years, at least a few years of experience in the same field, and have some absolutely absurd competition. Last year, I sat an exam for a position as a library assistant for an inner-city library. It was part-time, paid barely over minimum wage, and required a year of experience. There were over 36 people sitting that same test. Just something to think about. I guess it depends on the position. Entry-level admin requires none of that. It's just a resume and some basic Microsoft skills. I started as part-time at double the minimum wage. I quickly became full-time and my salary has steadily increased. The key is to get your foot in the door and you can climb up from the inside. And to reinforce what others have mentioned, a clean criminal and credit record are far more important than grades. I think we live in different places. Entry-level admin is far more brutal than that in New York. Nobody but college admissions boards give a shit what your GPA in high school was. Postal Service USP's always hiring, you just gotta be willing to work. But $18.56 starting ain't bad. My dad worked there for 35 years and is retired at 56. He loved it too. He recommends it to me as there's many options such as being a carrier or clerk. I'm definitely thinking of going down that path. I come from an entire family of USP workers. Same mail route passed down my family from my grandpa, to grandma, to mom, now my dad does it. I'd be lying if I didn't think about going into USP a couple times. I get baffled sometimes thinking that these people on this road have had their mail delivered almost every day by the same family line for over half a century by now. Yeah, that's weird because it makes it sound like an office or route could be a family-owned business, which it isn't, so that's a weird coincidence. Their next of kin has always been with the post office for just the right amount of time to bid for their spot when they retire. Could be a very small town thing. My favorite high school teacher, and coincidentally my favorite college professor, said nobody outside these walls are going to care if you passed with a C or an A. All they care about is whether or not you passed. College added on there's no such thing as a C diploma or an A diploma edit, because of the amount of people replying not in my field yes, some fields it matters. 98% of fields, it doesn't. I've never met someone that lost out on their career because they got a C average in college, though I'm sure there's a career out there that it's happened. The point is, those fields are the minority. Good grades doesn't always convert to physical skill and knowledge. You can have A+ average and be terrible in your field because you can't figure out how to apply your knowledge. High school grades don't matter, it's what you do afterwards to get the good paying job. Yes. I got S grades in high school, but I picked the right path and am on my way to graduate in 3 months with a great job already lined up afterwards. High school grades can suck my nut. Edit, just to clarify, I'm graduating college. I left high school with average C grades, but I got into a decent college and suddenly seemed to be doing overall better. Sorry for the confusion. Can I ask what job? It's machine maintenance at a large tech company. You can DM me if you want to know more. Hello fellow maintenance mechanic. Politician. I'd vote for you 69 Pussy Slayer 88XX. Has my president, can someone make RXX 69 Pussy Slayer 88X for president? If you're good communicator, get into sales, then upgrade into industry, BTB. Motivation, flexibility and bite will bring you forward. Automotive, railways or aviation, 70K at age 30, 100K at 45. Can confirm. I left with nothing, nothing. Now in B2B sales, high-tech industry. Just got my head down after school, liked the job and built a reputation. Great money. There's a job for everyone in this work if you have the right attitude. No one cares about your high school grades except universities. Very few people hiring care about or even ask for your college GPA after you have some experience. Hey friend, take it from a former C-grade student. During the parent-teacher interviews in my senior years, I was told by my careers advisor to give up my dreams on being an engineer because I was behind the other students. But guess who's an engineer now? WMS Bird. It's about finding something you want to do, and that can be daunting, but if you want it enough you will find avenues to where you want to be, dude. So don't worry about your high school grades. Show them you have work ethic and that you're willing to put in the hard yards. I was told not to go to university, now I'm towards the end of my engineering degree, haha.